by Nestbox version 0.80.1344, where you can create your own game. It's an it's by the same guy, Nestbox, who created Nestbox Universal Emulator, which is the emulator for the NES. Yeah, it's an emulator is used to give you the same experience as the Nintendo Entertainment System back in the day that people used to enjoy it, and people used to say that games were fun back then. Yeah, I guess games have been fun. So this is the site TIC80, and TIC80 is amazing because it is different in such a way that you can use it online or you can download it. I have it both online and downloaded. I have it downloaded. It's still the same thing. And yeah, this is the main site. Here you can see multiple people who have uploaded their stuff. And yeah, one of the prominent people is Potato Imaginator. He's one of the people who have tutorials. Who has many tutorials on TIC80. This is my first time doing tutorials, so please don't be harsh. And yes, so TIC80 is a fantasy computer, fantasy console. It's not like game engines like Unity, Unreal. It's like a fantasy computer or a fantasy console, and there are many fantasy consoles. For example, you might have heard of a small fantasy console that created Celeste, and that is Pico 8. Pico 8 is one of the hugest fantasy consoles. When you say fantasy consoles, it comes to mind. Pico 8 has a lot of stuff, but it's up to you to look it up. And yeah, so when you go to learn gives you the documentation is all you have to learn about TIC80 from the developer perspective, and it's a work in progress. It has all this stuff, and like it's one of the most important stuff. There's the display, which is 240 by 136 pixels. TIC80 is generally created for this size, so when you're implementing a canvas is the thing that people will see first. 240 by 136 pixels is what TIC80 demands, unless nothing, like you have to have 240 times 136 pixels no matter what. Okay, not no matter what, but it asks you politely to have 240 by 136 pixels. It has 16 color palette. Some people may say it's pretty limited, but Nestbox increased the number of colors that could be applicable. 2 gamepads with 8 buttons or mouse. Yeah, you can use the arrow buttons, Z, X, A, S, or there are a lot more buttons. I just can't say them all. So there's the map. You can have a map. All this you'll come to learn. There's the sound, there's the code. Code is in Lua or Moonscript or JavaScript or these other languages that I really don't know, but I'm willing to look up or whatever. Yes. So console commands, all these are in the console. So help, show available commands, RAM. It has an 80K RAM layout. This is very important because TIC80 includes limitations. Those are the NES limitations. Yeah, it isn't like Unity or Unreal Engine or whatever engine, Core Engine, Game Maker or any other engine. It's an engine of its own. Yeah, it's a fantasy console basically. New creators a new cartridge, load card, save. This will on LAN, show a list of local files, folder, add. add file to TIC80, delete file, get file, okay, exports, imports, CLS, demo, yeah, config. Config is one of the most important configuration system. It's used for stuff, just like it's used for stuff. At the moment, I don't want to bombard your brain with so many molecules that your brain will start expanding and melting at the same time, to the point that poof, everything will go blank within an instant. Yeah, create is basically where you create the game. And without further ado, I will tell you that play is where you play the games. Playing the games is very important because it gives you a place to start, basically. And without having known what TIC80 is all capable of, you just brush it off and say, well, TIC80 has no ability at all whatsoever. So TIC80 is amazing. You should absolutely play these games first before watching this tutorial, because it will inspire you, it will give you ideas, it will help you. There's the devs, there's tech, there's tools, there's music, there's WIP, work in progress, there's demo scenes, and then yeah, they're the devs. These are the most popular developers. You can play the games here. Nestbox is one of them. Okay, now that we are done with that, you can either download this thing called TIC80 on Android, macOS, Linux, Windows, whatever. You can use it in Android, by the way. Yeah, so it's easy to pick up and use and create games with. Click to play. Embedded on the on HTML or something like that. I don't know. I just started using TIC80 a few months ago. I'm trying to make tutorials and I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just making tutorials and I don't want to lose some people here, because the word HTML scares a lot of people, including myself. Okay, so moving on. TIC80, tiny computer. That's the name. Tiny computer. Type hello for help. Type help for help. Help me. It's the same thing. dirls, show list of files, change directory, make directory. We need a new. If you remember what the new is, yes, it's the new file is created, or basically the new will show up without you needing to write new. You can press escape. Pressing escape will take you from this blue screen with words which we refer to as the console, where basically you can make something run. This is the program running hello world with a sprite or a game character that we can move from side to side in using the arrow buttons up, down, left, right. Then press escape to go back to the console. Okay, go escape again to the what do we call it, code editor. Yeah, so it uses Lua mostly, and like I won't teach you much of Lua because Lua is a pretty simple language. What I want you to do is to go online, look at 15-minute tutorial, look up a 15-minute tutorial, a 30-minute tutorial, then a 1-hour tutorial. In that way it will be less boring and tedious and less frustrating, because you don't know what to do, and like you will understand stuff more. So first of all, we delete stuff. Okay, we don't delete stuff. These are the comments. Comments are stuff that we just write and it will not show up in the program, like hello world, it is I. It won't show up because they are all in comments, and comments work in only one line. Say if I write AA, this white one will will be an error because it is not a comment, and because it means nothing to the program. So yeah, basically the program is telling you no. We rebel, we say no to your horrible uh, horrible mindset of making us try to understand things that we can't really understand. It is your own fault, so please check your little mistake, and yeah, we demand you change